it's Eunice and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am going to be talking about the Juvias Place I Am Magic foundation. I've heard a lot of good things about this foundation, and as soon as it was available at Ulta, I went ahead and grabbed my shade. To be honest, I did have a little bit of trouble finding the right shade for me. I got this shade number 540 Giza, and I was actually debating on whether to get Martinique or I think Ibiza was the other one, but I found that this was the perfect tone. It does kind of look yellowy underneath my skin tone, but I'll show you guys later what I mean by that. I forgot to film an intro prior to putting on makeup, so I'm already wearing the foundation on my face, but if you want to see the process of me putting on foundation, how it covered my blemishes and whatnot, then just keep on watching. So I've already applied some sunscreen and moisturizer on my face to prep it for my foundation. And I've already applied my brows and my eyeshadow as well as my eyeliner prior to applying the foundation, just so I avoid any fallout that will ruin testing out the foundation. So for today's look, since I have kind of a full glam look, I am going to use the Becca First Light Primer as my primer for my entire face, and then for my nose area, since I do have a little bit of pores peeking out there, make it as smooth as I can. So I'm going to use the Touch and Soul Primer. To apply the foundation all over my face is of course tried and tested beauty blender. You can definitely use any other beauty sponge. So with this foundation, a little goes a long way. So this is actually quite a lot because, like I said, this is not the first time that I'm using it. I've tried it the whole week just so I could wrap my thoughts around the product. So this is a little too much because it definitely a little goes a long way. Like, this 2 dots is enough to cover up this side of my face. I need to redamp this because it's been sitting on my vanity for a while, so I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, and now let's blend this foundation. Let's look at my blemishes first. I have a zit right here that's about to dry up, have some scarring all over and some veins. So let's see if this foundation covers up those blemishes. As usual, I try not to cover up that much of my under eyes because I am going to use some concealer to highlight and conceal any darkness in that area. So this shade is a little yellow for my skin tone, but it was the closest that I could find. Because the other one is too light and the other one was too dark. I mean, I know I could mix them, but one thing I found out was after I apply the foundation and then after I powder, bronze, and contour, it looks a lot better, and I can definitely live with just this shade. Okay, I think that's good. So this is one layer of the foundation on this side of my face. I can definitely see the zit kind of peeking through a little bit, but it's definitely more subtle now. With my scarring, this one is a little bit blurred out, but this one is kind of like a really heavy scar on my face, so that's totally fine. I mean, I'm used to seeing that. My veins is a little bit concealed. I think this is fine. I feel like after applying powder, it will look a lot better, but it's more of a medium coverage. You can definitely build it up on those areas as well, but first I'm going to apply the first layer on this side of my face naman. I have a scar here. I have so much face scars just because when I was younger, I like playing, and I didn't really take care of my face that much, so got a lot of scars over there. Is a little bit blurred out. My nose, it's not that, you know, it's not clogging up any of my pores and whatnot. It doesn't look too flat, it doesn't look too matte. I definitely still look a little bit hydrated despite my dry skin. So now let's put a second layer on the blemishes that I have. So that's my zit, my scarring, and some veins on this area of my face. Definitely reminds me of my Estee DoubleWear. A lot more affordable. And like I said, if you don't want to splurge, you can definitely get this. As you can see, it's like full coverage. It's definitely perfect for events and special occasions. One thing that to note though about this foundation is that it's either you go big or you go home. It's either you go for a full coverage look or don't use it at all. Because one time I used this as an everyday foundation, like not too full coverage. It just didn't look as smooth as how it is looking on my face right now. Now for concealer, I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and I'm just going to spray my sponge with a little bit of setting spray, and then I'll apply that on my under eye area. My entire makeup look, and here it is. Right off the bat, it's really comparable to my Estee DoubleWear foundation. Do note that Estee DoubleWear is a $54 foundation. It comes in a glass bottle, but it does not come with a pump, so that is one of the problems that I always have with this foundation. I am halfway through this one. I've had it for over a year, and I only use it whenever I need an all-day full coverage look for like events and special occasions. Okay, so here's the thing. $54, $20, both 1 fluid ounces. So you're definitely getting your money's worth on the Juvias place because it's similar to the Estee DoubleWear. A little goes a long way. It's full coverage, covers your blemishes. As you can see, my zit is covered, and my other blemishes are blurred out, like the scarring and whatnot. So it's definitely nice, and even though it is a matte foundation, I don't think it is drying my skin out. I've used it for over a week now. No dry patches or anything on my face, and it wears beautifully throughout the whole day. So even though I know that and I've already used it for over a week, I'm going to do an 8-hour wear test for you guys just to show you how it actually wears. I am going to film another video, and then I'm going to head out to watch a movie with my family. It's kind of hot outside, so actually even in my room I'm kind of sweating right now because I had to turn the fan off. So Alexa, what's the weather today?
It's 82 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly sunny skies.
So it's not too hot. It's 82 degrees, but it is sunny. So this is the perfect day to test out this foundation. I am going to keep filming, do what I need to do, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Oh, but before that, here's some before photos. So it's been 8 hours since I applied my makeup this morning, well this afternoon, because I applied it around 12:30, 1 p.m. So yeah, it's almost 9 p.m. now, and it's been 8 hours, and I'm just here to give you guys an update on how the foundation is wearing on my skin. Now what I did today, I just watched a movie with my family. It was like mid-80s today, and it was quite sunny, and I was wearing my eyeglasses. So as you can see, foundation is off on this area. Hold on, let me zoom you guys in. Okay, there. Sorry, I'm looking a little haggard. I'll tell you guys more about it later. So foundation on my nose area is a little bit off, as you can see at this area, because of my eyeglasses, and that happens to a lot of my foundation anyway, so I really don't mind that. But overall, as you can see, I look glowy because I just packed a balikbayan box, like a box that I'm going to ship out to the Philippines. So it was quite a workout, so I did sweat, so it was perfect to end this whole wear test because at least I sweated with it and it's still looking fine. I mean, of course I look oily because I did sweat and I didn't block lot. I didn't retouch or anything throughout the whole day. But as you can see, foundation is still intact. My veins are kind of peeking through light here, but it still looks good. For an 8-hour day without any retouching, it's really looking good. Under eyes, it's not caking, it's not clogging any pores, even though it's matte and a full coverage foundation. The fact that it's not clogging up this area of my face is amazing. I can see from the camera, my face still looks so smooth, and even with my mirror right here, I can actually still go out tonight and not retouch my face. For $20 for 1 fluid ounce in a squeezy tube, and they have 42 shades to choose from, which for sure you're gonna find your perfect shade. And like I said, the shade that I got, which is Giza, was kind of yellowy, but as soon as I like apply my concealer, my face powder, contour, bronzer, and whatnot, it looks superb on my skin tone. So if it's not yet obvious, I highly recommend the Juvia's Place I Am Magic foundation, even if you have dry skin, because like I said, I have dry skin. I cannot shut up about it, and it doesn't clog up my pores. I wore it the whole week. It didn't give me any dry patches and whatnot. And the best thing about this is it expires after 24 months. You actually have 2 years to use it up. And if you don't really wear full coverage foundation on a daily basis, and you're not like me, which is obsessed with medium to full coverage, this is the perfect foundation to get for like special events and whatnot. Because like I said, my Estee DoubleWear is my events and special occasions foundation, and this one retails for $54 for the same amount as this. Same coverage, same longevity and wear. My Juvia's Place I Am Magic foundation is definitely now my go-to special occasion foundation. If you don't want to spend that much, highly recommend the Juvia's Place I Am Magic. It's definitely a good dupe for the Estee DoubleWear. I am just so in love with it. It gives my face that full coverage but still kind of glowy look, which I absolutely love. That's all I have to say for this foundation. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not already. I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Thank you.